In the board, notice board. Okay, madam. Live.
Good evening, everyone. My name is G.Saroja. I am an employee from Tutors Pride. I have joined this institution 6 months back, and they gave me a very good response, and I'm very happy to have a live class before you. And my name is G.Saroja, and I'm an English teacher. My subject is English and as well as spoken English. And I wanted to tell the importance of language in our daily life. Nowadays, we find everything is written in English, all the communications, official language, school language, what subjects we are learning. From the childhood onwards, the subjects are learned in English. Mostly, people prefer English medium. Nowadays, we can't see Telugu medium, even though they are there, but many parents like to opt for English medium. Why? The reason is because communication skills are very, very important in our life. From the day to day life, it is an official language as well as the medium of instruction in schools. All the subjects are learned in English. Okay, so this plays a key role in everyone's life. From the basic onwards, from the childhood onwards, the child is introduced to English medium by making him learn alphabets in the kindergarten stage, in the nursery stage. From the nursery onwards, the alphabets are introduced by making them learn the standing lines, curved lines, all the lines. They learn the subject with the interest. Something interesting is there in this language. Like that, they develop interest, and by seeing the pictures, they learn very fastly. And as the class is changed, the children learn from alphabets to two-letter words, three-letter words, four-letter words, and then start learning sentences. These sentences will start the journey of learning language in every student's life, isn't it? Now, the student will learn so many languages, but the medium of instruction is main. Now, the student who studies in English medium, he has to learn all the subjects in English except other two languages, Telugu, Hindi, first language Hindi, first language Telugu, whatever they take, the remaining all subjects are given. The book knowledge, the books are printed in English, the official language is English, so everyone is concentrating more and more in language. Now, coming to the importance of the language. Now, English language is an international language. It's not only in our India, but once we step out of India, we have we have to learn English compulsory, because the official language used out of India is also English. And one more thing, nowadays many people are migrating to abroad countries. Why? Because of good affordable salaries, and they wanted to increase their status in the society, as well as they wanted to learn and earn at the same time. So this language has become, the people started going to abroad countries and doing their jobs. By that, every parent is inspired, making their children to learn subject more and more effective. Okay, children. Now, importance of language, communication skills. First, we'll discuss about the importance of communication skills, and as well as then we'll go deeply into the subject learning from the first class onwards to 10th class. Okay, children. Now, first, communication skill. This plays a key role. Communication skills means what? Speaking fluently, learning skills, as and writing skills. Speaking. What are communication skills? These are the most important things which are useful for us in the society. Because after completing our education, people has to learn further higher education, and afterwards degree, PG, whatever they complete. These are the main things for which language learning is compulsory in our day-to-day life. Communication skills are compulsory for each and every job, and as well as communication skills are also helpful in learning the subject easily beginning onwards, two-letter words onwards, we start first alphabets. First we learn alphabets. From alphabets, two-letter, three-letter, four and five, etc. So like this, we start learning the words, and the words are combined. Group of words are framed together from a meaningful sentence, that is called clear. Now, group of words are framed to form a meaningful sentence. From here onwards, the learner will start making the subject learning. Now, coming to the learning part. From the childhood onwards, in the lower classes, all grammar sections are introduced step by step. So, when the student learns the subject with interest and learns to learn with the pronunciation. And the second thing is pronunciation plays a key role. Pronunciation plays a key role. Pronunciation, spellings, and vocabulary. Here, pronunciation, spellings, and vocabulary. They play a very important key role. Why? Because how the word is pronounced, according to that, people learn to spell the word, read the word, and in subject learning, this pronunciation is very, very important. And spellings, most people just avoid learning spellings, but learning spellings is very, very easy. For example, one example, very unkind. Un we are adding, kind, it's a small word, we can know that word. So just by using this unkind, we are writing. Now when we are learning also, we have to break the words and read. This breaking the words and learning is called syllable reading. Syllables means the pronunciation of each and every word. The word which we are pronouncing, that comes under learning part. Also same, as we pronounce, we remember the words and we learn the spellings very easily. People think that learning spellings is very difficult and they avoid learning, but spelling learning is very easy when you are learning with syllables. And vocabulary is very, very important, because vocabulary makes a lot of difference. When we talk, we have to speak correctly. We cannot overlook some words, or we cannot add unnecessary words. So learning vocabulary is very, very important, because framing of the sentences, addressing, when we are writing anything, when we are learning any subject, when we are speaking, this vocabulary is very, very important. Now, when you are perfect in these things, you can learn the subject very, very easily. And from the childhood onwards, in primary education, this is just basics, ma. This is about only basic. And in the primary grammar, just talking about grammar for a few classes. Now, what are those grammar sections? Parts of articles. Articles. A and the. A and the are called articles. Or adjectives. Yes, A and the are called adjectives. Adjectives are otherwise called adjectives. Articles are otherwise called adjectives. Means both are same. Now A is used for singular forms. Singular forms, and before vowel sounds. What are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. These are called vowels. Vowels make so much Sound words are called vowels. Vowels are coming before a words. Singular words we use vowels. And is used before consonants. And is used before consonants. What are consonants? Other than A, E, I, O, U. Now these words are called consonants. And is used before consonants. For example, sorry. And is used before vowels. A is used before consonants. A is used before consonants. A ball, a cat, a mat, a bat. These are all singular. These singular words, A is used before similar forms. Those are coming with the consonants. What are consonant words? B, C, D, F, G. These are all which are other than A, E, I, O, U. They are all consonants. And A is used before singular forms and is used before consonants. Means an apple, a ball, an apple. You can say an apple, an owl, an umbrella, etc. Okay? So many things, so many words will come, and the is a definite article. Why are we calling the definite article? Because the is used. The is definite articles. It is called definite article. This definite article we used before the names of dignitaries and before the names of the Godavari, the Himalayas. It shows the definite purpose, and the before starting of the sentence also we start with that, and definitely we will tell the particularity, the Godavari, the Himalayas. Like that we use the words. This is a definite article. Clear? Now next we will move to parts of speech, which plays an important key. Now basically parts of speech, there are 8 parts of speech. How many parts of speech? 8 parts of speech. First one, noun. Naming things. Naming things are called nouns. All naming things are called nouns. 2. Second one, pronouns. Words used in place of. Words used in place of nouns. Naming things like all flowers come under all names. Flowers, fruits, countries, rivers, etc. Now all naming things are known as nouns. Now pronouns, words used in place of nouns. In place of nouns, they are called pronouns. Now what are these pronouns? He. In these pronouns there are 2 categories. They are singular as well as plural. Singular, I, my, you, he, she, etc. And same words we use in plural. How do we use? I will change to we, us, yourselves, ourselves, etc. Yeah. Now these all are used in the sentences. Without these, we cannot frame any sentence. One or the other place we have to use these sentences. Depending upon the sentence, we have to use singular. In singular, when single persons are given, we have to use singular. When plural subject is there, we must use plural. According to the sentence need, we have to use this. Yeah. Now, next verb. Verb tells the action of noun. Verb. Verb tells the action of noun. Verb tells the action of nouns. Example laughing. Laughing, crying, playing, like that. The boys are playing cricket. The children are laughing. So these words are telling the nouns. The child is eating. Now what is it? Child is noun. Is verb. Eating is verb. Action verb. Action verb is eating. So this is telling the importance of the child. So this tells the actions of nouns, pronouns, whatever are there in the sentence. It tells the importance of the nouns. Fourth one, adjective. This adjective qualifies nouns, pronouns, as well as verb. As well as verb also. As well as verb. Because now all colors, now in adjective, what will be there? All colors come under adjectives. All colors, numbers, all colors, numbers, quality, and quantity. These all come under adjectives. All colors like red, yellow, all colors, whatever we wanted to tell. I brought some red apples from the market. I brought 5 kg rice. I brought 10 kgs of sugar. Quantity means we mentioned for quantity. Quality means here quality, kindness, honesty, poverty, like that. So these come under the quality and the quantity. Now the fifth one is adverbs. Adverb qualifies adjectives. It qualifies the importance of adjective. And in these adjectives, we have to remember adjective words are formed by ly only to certain period, not for all. Only in the lower classes we learn mostly ly words. For example, kind plus ly, kindly, happy plus ness, happiness. Happily. But slow plus ly. Now, these are the words formed by adding ly also. These words are also adverbs. And apart from this, there are some more words are there. They are also called adverbs. What are those words like nowhere, seldom, always, never, sometimes, often. Well, we speak the word how are you? I'm well. I'm fine. Like that we use. That words also come under adverbs. Clear? Now, prepositions are the pre means first. Position means first place. First place words they help in framing the they help in framing the sentence, as well as they add meaning to the sentence. They add meaning to the sentence. Add meaning to the sentence. Yeah. Now preposition words are many compared to all other grammar sections. Preposition words are many. For example, in, at, for, with, before, after, like that. Because these are the words which are used more and more in the sentences. They add meaning to the sentence. Without that, we cannot frame a good meaning to the sentence. My name is Ramu. Now, without adding is, how can we frame the sentence? My name Ramu. There is no meaning to the sentence. So, by adding this is, we are making like that. The cat sat. The cat sat in the basket. Now, without the inner, we cannot get the meaning. The cat sat the basket. There is no meaning for the sentence. By adding this, we are able to get meaning to the sentence. Like this, they help sentences get meaning. And next, conjunctions. Conjunctions means connecting things, linking words. In other words, linking words or joining words. Linking words or joining words. They connect sentences from one to another. They connect two types of sentences from one side to another side. Now, what are these linking words? We will see as, so, and, as well as long as, etc. Now, when we add these conjunctions, we change two simple sentences into one sentence. Clear? We change two sentences. For example, now these two are sentences. Ram sings Telugu songs. Ram sings Hindi songs. Now we are joining these two sentences by changing full stop into comma. Ram sings Telugu songs and Hindi songs. Here we are removing this. Ram sings Telugu songs and Hindi songs, like this. And one more way also we can write as well as. These are also connecting words. Like this, with these conjunctions are used to mainly to change simple sentences into compound sentence. And now in lower classes, we use simple sentences for learning, for writing answers, for writing passages, for writing letter matter, everything we use simple words. There, simple sentences we learn. But as we enter into middle class, middle school education and as well as higher education, there we use many kinds of compound words also. We have to make the sentences compound. How can we make compound? By using these connections, we can make simple sentences join together to make a compound sentence or make paragraph also. Yeah. Now the final last one is eighth one is interjection. What is that? Interjection. What are interjections? Interjections show, express, sudden surprise of happiness and sorrow. They express a sudden surprise of happiness or sorrow in the sentences. Now, they are expressed? They are used by using the words oh, alas, oh my God, my goodness, and this interjection words are followed by exclamatory mark. This is called exclamatory mark. So to express sudden happiness, to express a happy news, for example, India won the cricket match. India won the World Cup. So in that situations, what do we use? Hooray! India won the match. Hooray! India won the cup. India won the cup. Hooray! India won the cup. So this is the extreme situation of happiness. To show the happiness, we are using these interjection words, and these interjection word is denoted by exclamatory mark followed by a full stop. And these words are commonly used in sentences wherever we are expressing happiness. Mostly, this type of words we can use in conversations. Nowadays, in CC pattern, conversations are common. Compulsory conversations are given. And when we are learning conversation, when we are writing conversation, when we use such words and write the conversation, it gives a good vocabulary. And the sentences what you write also will get a neat look, and good expressions will come. Using these short words, we can write a good creative conversation. Now, the next one is and wanted to tell about some reading skills. Now, all the learning part is the student work. So the student once learned will never forget. Once listens the explanation, first thing, mainly the children must listen the explanation. First thing is listening. You have to have full concentration, keep your complete concentration while explanation is going on, and while listening you will get doubts. When your concentration is on the subject, naturally which part you don't understand immediately, you'll get the doubt, and when you raise a doubt and correct it, clear it, then you will become perfect in that part of the subject. And after the explanation is over, once the same day, if you read the subject whatever is explained, not only in English, in any subject you can follow this. The same day if you read, you can remember it without by hearting. No need of by hearting. Just listening is important, understanding is important. Doubtless understanding should be there. Once you are doubt free, you will try to do by yourself. You can do as many examples by yourself. That is one easy thing. And reading skills are very, very important. In a school stage, children have a bad thing. What does that mean, sir? Children will listen the lesson in schools, but after coming, feeling tired or wanted to concentrate on TV or playing or something, they forget to read the books. Reading, they think that reading the lessons takes a lot of time. They think, but once you start reading, you will develop the reading skills more and more fastly. The first time you read a lesson, for example, you are reading a fifth standard textbook. One lesson you choose and read. First time when you are reading, you just keep the clock, how many minutes you are taking to complete one lesson. Maybe for example, it is 10 minutes. First reading will be, first lesson reading time, it takes 10 minutes. 10 to 15, not only 10, because depending upon the student's capacity. First lesson reading, when you are reading for the first time, it takes 10 to 15 minutes. The same lesson if you read for second time, it comes to 9 to 12 minutes. And third time, third lesson reading will reduce the time here to 6 to here 9. This, if you observe by reading, looking, keeping the time and reading, definitely you can do this work very simply and very easily. You can cover the learning part. Once you read, you will develop the fastness of the reading. Now, once when subjects are taught in the school, the teacher will read lessons and explain how much time the teacher is taking, how the teacher is reading. The same day, if you read, my teacher read the sentence like this. She pronounced the new words like this. When you are reading this the lessons, hidden learning points will be there. What are hidden learning? Simply you can learn this. Hidden learning skills. They are called hidden learning skills. What are they? You can learn pronunciation, spellings you can observe. You can learn punctuations, and learn errors also. Nowadays, errors is also one common section. Learn errors. Learn errors. These all, when you are looking into the book, always you are looking, your concentration is on the lesson, how the lesson is started, in which it is tenses. Now we are having three tenses. What are past tense, present tense, future tense? That after this I'll explain. After reading skills are over, I'll explain tenses. Now these three, if you concentrate and read, you can learn the hidden skills. These are the hidden skills. Pronunciation you will get. At the same time, you will notice the spellings. By noticing the spellings 2-3 times, when you write wrong, also you can identify your spelling. I have. This is not like this in the textbook. I read differently, but I wrote differently. In that way, you yourself can notice the wrongs in the spellings if you write wrong. And learn punctuations. How the punctuations are given in the lesson. Starting letter, capital letter, full stop, comma, exclamation. How they are used in the sentence, you will be able to see by your vision. These are called visionary skills. Just by listening in the class and reading personally with the concentration, this is possible. These four you can learn. Nowadays we are having errors from 6th class onwards to 10th class. We have error finding. Means one mistake will be there in the sentence. You have to identify and write. So how you will be able to identify? Here, this reading skill helps you to identify, because when you are reading, you will concentrate how the sentence is given. Now, when any wrong word is given in the sentence, you will be able to identify fast. You can catch. I read the sentence like this, but here it is given wrong. Immediately you will catch. There, with this reading skill, you are able to save your time in finding errors and at the same time scoring marks also. Okay. Now, next comes tenses. We'll talk about tenses. How many types of tenses are there? Three tenses. There are three tenses. First one, present tense. Present tense. Second one, past tense. Third one, future tense. For easy remembrance, present tense we can remember by thinking today. Today, whatever we are doing, whatever is happening from morning to night, what we are doing today, that you remember as present tense. Present tense means what is happening now today from morning to evening, we can do it as present tense. In present tense, what will be there? Is. And is singular and are is plural. When we are using singular sentence, we use is. When you are making the subject plural, we use are. And past tense, yesterday. Past tense, yesterday. Yesterday means happened. What we did yesterday, today we are recollecting. Today we are thinking about that. That is called past tense. So easy for remembrance, because these terms you may remember, you may forget, but by seeing the sentence, easy for your identification is you keep these words in your mind. Past tense means yesterday. Yesterday means happened. Happened. In happened, what will be there? Was will be there. Where will be there? Was is singular. Where is plural? Was is singular. Where is plural? So this by happened things means naturally we was. Yesterday I was present in the party. Yesterday we went to the movie. We were all attending a party. Yesterday we were all attending one party. Like that. Plural subject we use where, singular subject we use was. And in future tense will be very easy to remember. That is tomorrow. That is tomorrow. Tomorrow. What is going to happen tomorrow? For example, today teacher will explain lesson. Tomorrow she will give you homework. So that giving the homework will be in tomorrow's. So what you did today, tomorrow you are going to write homework for it. That is tomorrow means future tense. In this future tense, what are used? Will or shall. Will or shall are used for remembering things. Because I will do this homework tomorrow. I will complete this classwork tomorrow. I will complete my pictures tomorrow. I will draw the pictures tomorrow. Like that. I shall be visiting a science museum. I shall be visiting a science class next week. I shall be going to science exhibition like this. Means for far of things we use shall, but mostly will is used. Yeah. Now we'll talk about kinds of sentences. How many kinds of sentences are there? There are 4 kinds of sentences. 4 kinds of sentences. One is assertive. Assertive means positive sentence. Simple, positive or simple sentence. Positive or simple sentence. Example. Ram is a good player. Assertive. Now, in assertive, we can make 2 forms. We can make positive sentence by using like this. Same sentence we can make negative by adding not. Ram isn't a good player. Ram isn't a good player. We are just adding this not. We are adding this not and making the sentence negative. This is positive sentence. This is positive and this is negative. We are making the sentences negative by just adding and. Yeah, assertive. We call this as assertive. And the next one, it is a statement also. We can call statement. Affirmative. In this, we can add some sentences. In this, we can add a request. Sometimes in this also we can make the sentences. Commands are there, requests are there. Commands, requests, etc. Here also we can make sentences negative by using negative sentence. Positive sentence will have S in the sentence and negative sentence will have no in the sentence. Yeah? Now, the third one is exclamatory. Exclamatory means sudden surprise. Sudden surprise. Surprise denoted by exclamatory mark. Okay? Now, already the interjection words we read now. Like that, exclamatory will have a exclamatory mark. This is called exclamatory mark. And a sudden surprise will be there. Sudden surprise use. Today, Sanya is on the gold medal. Okay, these words are called exclamatory, and exclamatory sentences also will have. We will use this exclamatory mark compulsory in the sentence. We have to use. And the fourth one, interrogative. I'm not writing in an order, just explaining. Interrogative. Interrogative, putting questions. Question framed sentences, we can say. Question framed sentence. Or interrogative sentence from the question framed. In this, what words are used? WH words are used. In this, we find WH words. What are those WH words? Who, what, when, how, why, when. These words are used. What are you eating? What are you eating? So, starting we use WH word. What are you eating? For and ending will be question mark. This sentence will end with a question mark. Why? Because it is a question. Question ends always with a question mark. So, these are the four sentences mostly we use in our daily grammar part. Now, we'll learn about punctuations. Now, in punctuations, many points are there. Now, in punctuations, many are there. Without punctuations, the writing becomes, the sentence is invalid. Without punctuation, we cannot have the good meaning to the sentence. We cannot give justice also, we can say. Now, the first punctuation sentence, for every sentence starts with a capital letter. First thing, capital letter starts with a capital letter, ends with a full stop. Ends with a full stop. How is full stop denoted? First, starting will be capital letter. Okay. India is a traditional country. Starting capital letter, ending full stop. Keeping a dot with little visible dot, that is called full stop. Every sentence must start with a capital letter and as well as end with a full stop. Next, comma. Second, you can say, I'm not telling in an order, but just this is called comma. When many things, when do we use this? When do we use comma? When more things are true. When there are more than one thing in the sentence. When there is more than one thing in the sentence, we use to show their resemblance. We use comma to resemble them. Clear? Example: Children like to eat ice creams. How many we are using? Children like to eat ice creams, pastries, cakes, pizzas, and burgers. Here we have not used comma. Why have we not used comma? Because we are ending the sentence by using and. This conjunction we are using to put an ending to the sentence, and then the last we are putting full stop. Yeah. And next one, question mark. This all of you know. This question mark is used to show the speciality of putting questions. Putting questions. To show the speciality of putting questions. Like, what is your name? What is your name? So here we are starting with WH, what, and as well as ending with a question mark. So this is a where we use question mark not only with the WH words, we can use different words for framing questions when we are using question tags, short form questions. In that we use do, does, are, isn't, etc. Now these words also we use for framing questions. Not only this, but this also, yeah, these words are also used for questions depending upon the situation necessary in the lesson. Yeah. Now the fourth one is apostrophe. This is called apostrophe, means a raised comma. A raised comma is called an apostrophe. When do we use this apostrophe? To denote something. To denote something special, like when we write yours, like this we use. Mostly in running sentences also we use this. So like this we use. This is called raised comma. And when we are writing short forms also we use this. Short forms, isn't it? Isn't instead of not. Aren't we? Aren't. These raised commas are used for this purpose. Now, quotations are there. Important thing is quotations. What are these? These marks are called quotation marks. These are quotation marks. These are used in a speaker words. Speaker words are written. Speaker words are written in a quotations to show the importance of the speaker. Speaker speech words. We use these quotations when we are writing conversations. When we are writing oral discourses, we can give the examples in quotations. When we are writing about any description about autobiography, we can use this. Any special things, speeches about a speaker we are writing, we can use this quotation marks. Yeah. And exclamatory mark already I explained. And in sentences, when we are writing sentences, these punctuation marks are compulsory. Without punctuation, the sentences will look incomplete. So these are compulsory. These all we have to use compulsory. And now in higher class grammar, we see so many sections like discourses, oral discourses. What are oral discourses? oral discourses, conversations. These are higher class grammar, we can say. Oral discourse, conversations, letters, kinds of letters, and profile writing, conversations, oral discourse, messages, writing message, diary entry. Apart from this, these all preparation of invitations, preparation of invitations, posters. These are the grammar sections what we are using in the CC pattern. These are the new grammar which are introduced in the CC pattern to increase the vocabulary, to increase the language skills from the children. The children should have. Now these are all mostly used in the higher sections. Why? Because these are mostly related and used in the day-to-day life. These preparations, invitations, posters, these are practical things. Diary writing, diary entry, message writing, these are skills which are used in the daily life. And the letter writing skills are very, very important. By learning conversations, we learn how to communicate among the people. Yeah, and invitation and poster. Because nowadays, advertisement is not only through TV media or advertisement media is through in this way also through invitations. In newspaper, every day we find so many invitations, so many posters. We come across the people who are advertising. This is one part of advertising and easy source of communication with the people. People get the news through these posters. What is happening around the city also we can know by these invitations and posters. Yeah. Now, according to me, I completed all things from this subject. What I learned, and I expect every child to follow to learn the grammar skills well and complete the learning. Once you are perfect in the grammar, you know how to communicate, and that takes you to higher levels in your life. And this tutors pride are very, very thankful to the tutors pride from their opportunity. By this opportunity, I'm coming before you and expressing my views about this language. And I like everyone to learn and join in tutors pride to learn all the subjects very well. Here all specialized teachers are there, good coaching will be given, and many students have learned all the subjects very well. And I invite all the children to come and join. Not only children, housewives, workers, everybody, those who are interested to learn language, I am happily inviting all of them. I'm very happy to be one from this tutors pride. And still, I wanted to speak a lot about language because I have been to America 2 times, and there I saw none other than English. The people who go from India, they have to compulsory know English. So I think this language is officially an international language. By my personal experience, I can tell you that this is an international language which every student, everyone has to learn. Apart from learning all subjects and languages, this language, being an international language, we have to compulsory learn and become perfect in this subject. I expect a very good introduction from you. I'm expecting an early reply from you all. Thank you for the Tutors Pride for giving me this good opportunity to serve you all. Thank you very much, sir.